right, as we've been talking about, markets are very optimistic. Looks like they think basically the war is coming to an end. Everything is up. Stocks are up. Oil is down. Interest rates down. Stocks are near their all-time highs, by the way. Very cool. Let's talk about it with my dear friend Kenny Polcari, SlateStone Wealth Chief Market Strategist, and the great Liz Peek, Fox News contributor. Kids, thank you. On set, I get so lonely. Nobody ever comes on set anymore. It's unbelievable. So the first point, we had this inflation indexes, PPI, CPI, but they really, excluding energy, came in light, which is very interesting. Now, how much joy did that spark in the markets?
Well, I think people are looking at that and figuring that if we get resolved the oil problem, then everything else is okay, which is pretty good news, right? And so it really is reason to cheer. There were a number of things that I thought were very positive in the CPI and the PPI. Food at home, for example, no change whatsoever. And if you go down the various categories, the only things really that are out of whack is everything to do with energy. And we know that that probably is seeping into some of the other categories, but right now, not enough to really make a difference. So,
Kenny, where's the 6 and 12-month futures WTI? I don't know if you looked at it.
I think, yeah, they're in the low to mid 70s, right? That's what we're looking at, like 70. I think there's 72, 73, like that.
And coming down.
And coming down. They're probably going to come down. Look what happened to oil today, right? But, you know, to the point about PPI, even with energy, it was still less than the expected number was up 1.1. It came in up 0.5%. That was with energy. When they took out, it was only up 0.1%. I thought it was a great report.
Is the war over? Is the war?
I think the war's closer.
I've been saying sell oil, buy stocks.
I think the war is closer to over. Yes, I'm at the point where I think it's only a matter of a couple of weeks, maybe. But I think it's over.
The negotiations may take a while.
The negotiations will take a while, but I think...
You want to starve them a little bit, don't you?
I think a little bit you have to put some pressure.
Trump to Iran. No oil, no money.
Exactly.
That's it. Trump to Iran. Message to Iran. No oil, no money. It was a brilliant ploy. And it, by the way, takes the heat off the military invasions and so forth. Economic and financial stuff is even more powerful at this stage of the game. To me, that's what's driving markets. They love this.
That is what has pushed Iran into a corner before, is economic stress, even more than the military. So they can sound very full of bravado and, you know, very pugnacious and stuff. They just don't have much left, Larry. So, I mean, I've been surprised at their intransigence. But I do think that a number of different factions in Iran, and each one's trying to represent whoever the government is right now. But all they have left are speedboats kind of buzzing around the Strait of Hormuz. And I just can't, I have said this before and I've been wrong, but I cannot imagine that the nations of the world will allow that to go on for very long. But then you have the nations of the world, except for the United States, saying, well, it's okay.
Well, but I think the Gulf...
the British guy, what's his name? Starmer? Get rid of him. Holy cow. Just like Margaret Thatcher, not. Ken Polcari, wait, here, let's play the Trump clip. Here's Mr. Trump talking to Maria Bartiromo about his economic outlook.
I tell my economic advisors, I say, I'm sorry, fellas, we're in great shape. We have to go and take a little journey down to Iran, and we have to stop them from having a nuclear weapon. They all said, we agree.
And I think the markets agree. The markets are saying that.
Markets 100% are saying it.
You're doing good.
They're looking right past it, and now they're once again focusing on what's important here. The economy, what's happening, what the Fed is doing, where interest rates are, and kind of what it views down 6 months down the line.
And the consumer spending in March, according to the Bank of America Institute, was the best since early 23. There's just tremendous momentum.
Yes. The business boom never stopped. Never stopped.
That's right.
So why is it that Democrats hate President Trump more than they love America? Your column today on Fox Digital.
I really thought Tom Friedman's ambivalence about whether or not he could really cheer for the United States was just appalling and despicable. And I think he is saying out loud what most Democrats refuse to do, refuse to admit, which is that they really don't want this to go well. I mean, their lust for power and for dominance politically supersedes whatever they actually think about the United States or their concern for the United States. Larry, nobody should be opposing us actually achieving the ends that Trump has set out in this war. Nobody, including NATO allies and everybody else. What do we want? No nukes. Get rid of the missile production lines, less terrorism in the neighborhood, and frankly, we can't leave them so that they can close the Strait of Hormuz again. And that's a vulnerability.
Hang on, Kenny. Let me read what you're writing. Does Friedman think, this is New York Times columnist Tom Friedman, does Friedman think deposing Iran's terrible regime for a government that cares about its people and would bring peace to the Middle East would be a good thing? Sure, but the problem is, and this is in quotes, the problem is I really don't want to see Bibi Netanyahu or Donald Trump politically strengthened by this war because they are two awful human beings.
Right. It's
now, that's a
horrible.
pretty bloody, awful statement.
Horrible statement to make.
I mean, you
Horrible
don't like
statement.
them? Fine. David
Right.
Boies doesn't like Trump either, but he said, let's back the war because the mission is terrific, okay?
And it's
Which is
about
where
the country.
Democrats should be.
It's about the country.
Right. I mean, just how can he say that? And nobody blinks about that anymore.
But I think you've seen nothing but negativity from the media. And what does that mean? It means when we go into negotiations with Iran, they know our president is under pressure.
Right.
And so they are actually helping the enemy at this point.
If
Yeah.
the markets have a way of forecasting, now they can change their mind, Lord knows. But you've seen a steady drumbeat now. So it's a couple weeks. You're running 8, 9, 10 days increases day after day in the stock market. That's got to tell you something. That's got to tell you that there's information out there, right? They all hire experts and ex-military people and intel people and Mossad people and Lord knows whoever they hire. They're seeing something turn, and Trump is riding that wave.
100%. And then the money that was anxious, that was sitting on the side because everyone thought the world was going to end, now is going to be put back to work. So you can feel the momentum, right? Especially over the last couple of days. And it's been great. We're right back to basically where we began the year. The S&P is kissing 7,000, which is right where we were.
It's
Yeah, it's great.
incredible.
And it feels like it's got further to go.
You're just a little sand wedge away from the Dow 50,000.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It
Yeah.
was the Scotty Scheffler. If only he'd give it a little more oomph there.
I know
on
who watched the
17th
Masters
hole.
this week. Well, look, and also earnings are good, and companies are
Right.
doing well.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of good news out there. We haven't even talked about AI, but I mean,
That's probably the most important thing is the
It
profits.
probably is.
The earnings are
Right.
so important. Anyway, I got to jump. Kenny Polcari.
Okay.
Liz Peek, on set. Wonderful to have you
Thank
here.
you.
Honestly.